have 3 minutes to summarize the entirety of the power of the Daleks.
Okay.
Starting now.
Okay, so we have the TARDIS. We're on the TARDIS with Ben and Polly and the second Doctor. The Doctor is just regenerated into Patrick Troughton, and they're kind of trying to figure out, is this really the Doctor? Is he not? There's a lot of back and forth about that, but then the TARDIS ends up materializing on this planet. It's called Vulcan. It's actually a human colony that's been there for not that long, but they've, the Doctor and Polly and Ben get there. Before they get there, this guy who is outside gets killed. He ends up being what's called the examiner. He's kind of a judge or adjudicator or someone just to kind of like investigate what's going on in the colony. The Doctor ends up taking his credentials. Everyone assumes he's the examiner. And they come there. They meet this scientist called Lesterson, who's actually... He's there and he's found a capsule, or they've taken a capsule that they found in what's called the Mercury Swamp or whatever out there. And it's in his lab. And what's inside, as they open it up, is the Daleks. There's actually dormant Daleks in there. Lesterson wants to reactivate them because he sees them as this great, helpful race that could help them do things. The Daleks play into that. They keep saying that they're servants and that they want to serve humans. But the Doctor insists that they're super dangerous because he knows the Daleks and he knows they're going to kill everybody if they get the chance. But the Doctor's dismissed. There's a lot of politics going on at this colony too. There's this guy named Bragan who wants to rule it. So he engineers this whole political revolution almost with these rebels to take over and install him in power. And he sees the Daleks as a means to an end to that. So he is very interested in the Daleks. His plan actually works through some manipulation and the help of the Daleks. He becomes the governor. He starts executing people. Meanwhile, the Doctor, Ben, and Polly are at times imprisoned, dismissed. They're really fairly ineffective at getting the Daleks to getting the people to turn against the Daleks. So Lesterson, even though he's a big fan of the Daleks, slowly he realizes they're evil. So he kind of loses it. But he helps the Doctor and Ben and Polly get free. So does this other guy named Quinn and these other people who are against Bragan. So they work together to help the Doctor overload the Daleks' power systems. They're still dependent on static electricity, just like they were in the first Dalek episode. So the Doctor manages to do that. All the Daleks blow up after a big pitched battle with the rebels. Bragan, after killing the governor and almost everyone else, gets shot by someone he was intending to kill. And the Daleks, now blown up, are dormant. The Doctor leaves so that the people on Vulcan can now just sort of get rid of them. And he takes off with Ben and Polly while one Dalek eye stalk rises up to see him.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah.
Cue applause.
Oh, my God.
That was great.